Are we going? Right, we're going. Hello everyone, I'm going to teach you how to do 2A today. And I'm going to go through in depth and show you what the rail lines actually mean, and so you can understand it better. So, I like to start from the right because that's how the trains come in. They come in from the right, and then this bit makes sense from it. So we start with St. Helens Bridge. Down here, this is the line that goes to Morganstown and to Berrily. And that line also goes down to Berrily. This platform 1 and 3 are normal platforms, so you can just set that to red. Platform 2 is for terminating services from Edgemead, so we put that on danger as well. Now what I like to do, since we get more trains from Benton and Coxley, I leave this bottom branch on danger because not many trains go down to Morganstown, and then leave this on cautions, and so that trains can just flow in nice and easily without me having to look at it too much. And also, if a train does want to terminate, they can just go straight in without me changing it constantly. So this is my setup. Remember, we're going to do the connect trains first, and then we're going to do the airlink trains. So connect trains are all the way up here, and airlink trains are down at the bottom. So we have many branches here. We've got the Morganstown branch, Coxley branch, Whitefield branch, and then the Stepford Victoria branch, and then we've got the Stepford Central main zone, and of course the depot. So after St. Helens Bridge, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. At Stepford East, you've got a branch coming in, and also you have platform splitting. So let's do the branch first. Wherever there's a junction, you see this junction over here, wherever there's a junction there must be red signals, because that stops any collisions. So just put red signals on the junctions, as you would. Now the stations on the signals, put them on red signals as well, because that's how we normally do it. We're doing connect at the moment, and this is all done. So why are there 4 platforms at Stepford East instead of 2 platforms at St. Helens Bridge, one for going and one for coming back? It's because over at Stepford East, they split up the trains. So any trains that are on platform F or platform E, they've come directly through Stepford Central from Stepford Victoria. This is why you would only see V trains at Stepford East, like 2V, like 2-2. However, at C and D, both of these platforms, they go and come back from Stepford Central terminating platforms. As you can see, the trains come in this way, or they go through D. Here they go and they just stop here and stop here. That's what you got to realize. So if you have a train coming in, and if you know the head code, then you can set the train in front. So let's say that 2V16 was coming from St. Helens Bridge, you can automatically set this one to caution and just let the train ride along, and you wouldn't need to do anything. So that's why there are 4 platforms there instead of 2. Over here, just make note that if you do waterline trains, so not Whitefield trains can come from either direction, Stepford Victoria or Stepford Central. So you're just gonna have to look out for those on C and E, and then you just have to change these depending on what's happening. If a train wants to go to Whitefield from these, you have to change this to green or caution, and they will go up. It will go up like that. Same thing for going back down. When your train comes back down, if they want to go to Stepford Central, you need to let this one go to green or caution, or if they want to go to Stepford Victoria, you need to let this one go to green at the bottom. So that's that section done. Next we're going to go on to the depots. So we have depot line D, F and I. I is the airlink platform, airlink depot, so we can ignore that for now. D and F, they're both for connect. D goes into Stepford Central, as we know, and F goes into Stepford Victoria. So line CD will go into Stepford Central, and line EF will go into Stepford Victoria, and GHIJ is all for airlink. Of course, A and B will probably be for the new HS line that's coming. So depot, we can't see any signals here, but when we get down to D, this is where the problem happens. You have colliding lines. I always say, and a lot of other people say, to prioritize the main line. So I will keep this on a red, and so that if a train comes from Stepford East, you will put this one in green, or caution, let the train pass after they've stopped, and then you have to make sure this is red so there's no collisions, and that's that. On line F, however, we've got a signal here and here, which actually helps us much more. So we don't need to look at this one. Instead, we just need to look at these two. I like to keep this one in a caution and keep that one in red, because if a train was coming, and if a train was here before that train, then you can turn it without having to wait for them to move 2 blocks back. As to change a green to red, the train must be over here 2 blocks behind, so they can have a proper stop. Otherwise, you can cause a spad, which is not good. So that's the junctions mainly done for connect. Next, we're going to come onto the platforms. All 6 terminating platforms must be on red. And that's because if you get more than one train coming through, then you can get collisions if they're leaving and you cannot prioritize. Then the 2 through platforms that go through, they must be on danger as well as normal, just like any other platform. Now, all of these 6 platforms, they all come in from here. So this line C, is going away from Stepford Central terminating platforms, and line D is coming into. As you can see, if you follow the line, it goes to every single place or platform. This means we have to set this one to red, so that if any trains do want to leave, we cannot allow any trains into the same block, otherwise there is risk of a collision, as you can see. Cool. This one we can't change that to red, so we just leave these 2 as they are, and that's pretty much Stepford Central done. City Hospital and Financial Quarter. Now, before we would have left these on red because all trains stop at here, but now since we have the Class 68 and its special service, the 68 does not stop at Financial Quarter or City Hospital, so we leave this on a proceed aspect or a caution. I like to keep it on a caution, so because I just prefer caution so I can see where the platform is and where it's going towards. Now, with Financial Quarter and City Hospital, you must make sure to change it back to caution. What I mean by that is when a train goes through the platform and stops there and unloads and then disembarks, it will leave the signal on red and not back to the original colour it was. That means that you have to keep on changing it back to its prior aspect, either caution or proceed. Next we have Stepford Victoria. Stepford Victoria platforms are all normal. You literally just do the same thing with it. Why did that not change? You keep the platform signals at red. And then the junction signals, all these junction signals must be put down to red as well, so you can minimize crashes and other problems. If it's a busy server, then what I like to do, I like to leave this on caution, and I like to leave this on caution so that trains can easily just come and flow in and fill up. But if there's a train that wants to leave, you must turn this back to red, and then turn this one to green, or whichever one that needs to be green, depending on you'll only really likely get 1 or 2 trains. Remember, at Stepford Victoria, trains go to the fill up from the top. So a train will come in, they'll get into platform 1, then platform 2, then 3, then 4, 5, 6. That helps you a lot since you know where the trains will be going and how they will leave. Same thing with Stepford Central, they will go into platform 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, 6. Stepford East, as you saw before, they split up into